everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sally and today I've got the update for the Club 100. So this was a project that was started by Tash on her channel Too Much Tash, and also I've seen it on Chic Geek's channel, and I think it's a brilliant idea, and it's really where you're tracking usage up to 100 on some of your products, and quite often it's your more expensive products, but it doesn't have to be. I've got a bit of a mixture here, and it's a way to make sure that you're using your products to get your value for money really out of them, and they're not just sitting in your drawer and you've only used them like 5 times, because then, like they say for clothes, you know, cost per wear of your clothes, if you buy something that's expensive but you wear it and wear it over again, then the cost per wear becomes pennies, and the value is cost effective to buy something that's expensive. But if you buy something expensive but you only wear it twice, it's extremely expensive per wear. So it's the same principle with makeup. If you buy something expensive but you only use it a few times, a handful of times, and then it sits in the back of your drawer and you never use it, it's a very expensive purchase. But if you use it on a daily basis or near daily basis, then it's a cost effective purchase. So I want to be able to track some of them. I started this a couple of months ago and I have 4 products. I'll go through the 4 that I had then, but I want to actually bring in a few more now I've got the hang of it. But the first 4 I had, I'm actually about just over halfway in 3 of them, so I'm doing quite well. So the first one was this Avon blush in Rose Luster, and I'm up to 53 in this one, but no sign of pan at all, even though I've used it 53 times. So I think when I finally do hit pan, I don't know if that will be before the 100 point, but I think it will be huge pan right across the whole thing, because I've got no dip at the moment because I use the whole pan with all the brush. So we'll see. The next one I've got is the Benefit Sugar Bomb blush, and I've got finally hit pan. So at last, and this one I've used 55 times, and it did have some use from last year on this one as well, so which is probably why I've hit pan. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So finally. And then the next product was this 17 Define and Conquer kit, which is just like a contouring kit, and I tend to use both shades right across. No sign of wear at all, even though I've used this 52 times. Would you believe? Nothing, not a dicky bird of a sign of a pan. So I really haven't got a clue when I'm going to hit pan on that one. I thought that what I could see was pan coming through with the bumps underneath, but it's not progressed at all from there, so I think I must have been mistaken. I think it's just the pattern in the product, and it isn't the pan. And the last product I've got is this Revolution Jelly Highlighter in the shade Monumental, and I wasn't sure I quite like this, but I've got used to it now. It's not a smooth formula like you would expect from a cream blush. It's sort of like a putty goop is the best way I can describe it. But if you can get over the texture of it, the colour is really nice. It's really, I mean, it's really goopy. But if you get over the texture and you just put it on, it actually makes a really pretty, subtle, soft gold highlight. I really quite like it. It's not in your face, it's quite soft, but it's nice. But it took me a while to get over the actual texture because it's not smooth and nice, it's just goop. Yeah, but that's that one, and I've used it 33 times, so it did take me a little while to get over it didn't feel very nice to start with, but I'm going to persevere and see how we get on. And I wonder if we'll be almost finished at 100 uses, because I can definitely see now down the sides, you can see gaps in it through the glass now, so it's definitely going down. So I wonder by even halfway we'll see more progress. So that's that one. Then what I wanted to do, I had some thoughts about this because I was looking at other people's, like Chic Geek and Tash's, Too Much Tash's channels, and I decided I wanted to bring in some palettes to work on, because they work, or Chic Geek definitely does, works on palettes. And I wanted to track some of mine because I bought quite a lot of palettes last year. Not so many this year, I've been more restrained this year, but last year I bought a lot of palettes. And as a consequence, a lot of them haven't had any use, or hardly any use. And I want to make sure that I do get use on them. I don't want them to sit in my drawer with nothing being used on them. So the first ones I've got is the Tartlet in Bloom, because I thought this is a good neutral palette. I'm sure you know it. It's just a basic neutral colour story. Oh, whoops, not very good at doing this. So just basic neutral palette. My thoughts were that although I like my colours, having a neutral palette is a backbone would be quite a good idea. So that's why I thought this one would be a good one to bring in. And I think, being as it's Tarte, my understanding that Tarte shadows are quite tightly pressed, so it probably won't show much wear in 100 uses across the whole palette, because you're dipping in and out of lots of different shadows rather than 100 in one particular pan of shadow. Then it won't see that much wear overall, but at least I will have used it. I'll know I've used it that 100 times. The next one I wanted for months and months and months. I saw it so many times in reviews last year, but every time I went on the website it was sold out every single time, and I must have tried not dozens of times, but many times to try and get this palette. And then I went on a few weeks ago and it was there, it was back in stock. So I thought, right, I'm going to get it, even though I wasn't going to buy palettes this year because I'd tried so many times last year and I couldn't get it. It's the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. Whoops, there goes the plastic. It was the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette, and it's in the light version, which is this one. And I'm so happy I got it. So I want to make sure that I actually use it, and I like the colour story, and I think this colour story will go through the summer and into autumn if I need to get the 100 uses. So I want to carry on using it because I'm not under any illusions that I can do 100 uses in the space of a couple of months. I think a lot of these are going to take some months to get there, so if it can carry me into the autumn then that's fine by me. And then the last one I've got is, I didn't want just the expensive palette, so I picked this one, which is the Profusions Palette, and it's their shimmer one. And I've swatched it, but I've never actually used it on my eyes, so I want to use this one and just see if I can use this 100 times and see if it's worth the money, if an all shimmer palette is worth it for me. So, because if not, I won't ever buy one again because it's not worth it. But at least this one wasn't very expensive. So that's that one. And then the last product I wanted to track was a lipstick, because I've never tracked a lipstick before and I've no idea how long it would take or how much product you would use in 100 uses on a lipstick. So I thought it would be quite interesting to do. And the reason I thought this was because this lipstick was new and I've just bought it in last month in the 50 Shades of Purple, and I was late doing it, so it didn't go up until the beginning of May. And I didn't work on this product straight away, so I've only just started using it, and I think I've used it 5 times so far. So it's still almost practically new, and I want to see how much product is left after using it 100 times. So I'm going to take a picture. Okay, I've used it 5 times, but it's almost new. So I'm going to take a picture of it rolled up like this, and then we'll compare it with what it's like after 100 uses, and it will be quite interesting to see the difference, I think, and see if there is a visible difference after that much use. It's very soft and creamy lipstick. It's not a hard lipstick like some of them are, so I imagine we'll get quite a bit of progress on it. So they're the products I want to bring in and have a look at and see. Now the updates are every other month, so we can work on and get a bit of progress, because obviously some of these products you're not using every single day. And then I'll come back and update you at the end of July, and I'll hopefully see you then. So take care, and I hope you have a good week. Bye bye.